If you're someone who feels drained all the time, and if exhaustion has become your default setting and it's killing your drive, then listen very carefully. I'm about to tell you why you feel like shit every single day, and it's probably not what you think. I've been getting messages from some of you guys saying the same thing over and over. I'm tired all the time. I sleep 8 hours, I'm healthy, but I feel like garbage. And let me tell you something. It's not your body that's tired. It's your fucking mind, and here's why. You wake up every morning telling yourself, today's the day. I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna do this, do that, be productive as hell. But by 10 a.m., what are you doing? Scrolling Instagram reels like a brain-dead zombie. Before you know it, it's 1 p.m. and you haven't done jack shit. Sound familiar? I used to be the exact same way. I'd wake up with all these grand plans and then find myself mindlessly scrolling for hours. When I finally tried to work, I felt this weird mental fog, this exhaustion that had nothing to do with physical tiredness. So what did I do? Let me eat first, then I'll work. But then I'd eat some high-carb bullshit meal, and instead of feeling energized, I'd feel even more drained. Then I'd lay in bed scrolling some more, sometimes catching myself thinking, what the fuck are you doing with your life? But I was too mentally exhausted to do anything about it. Then night comes, and suddenly I feel guilty about wasting the entire day. So I'd start working at 7 or 8 p.m., do maybe 2 hours of actual work, eat dinner, then sit at my desk doing random shit until midnight just to feel like I accomplished something. Rinse and repeat day after day. But here's what I figured out. And this may sound like a bullshit claim, but you're not tired because you need more sleep. You're tired because you're living a purposeless existence, and your brain is literally shutting down in protest. Most of you are walking around like mindless bots. I know that sounds harsh, but believe I genuinely want you to do better. You're doing jobs you fucking hate. Every time your boss sends you a message, your soul dies a little bit more. You see that notification and your body physically reacts with exhaustion. Because deep down, you know you're wasting your life. And students, oh man, don't get me started on students. Half of you are studying shit you don't even want to study because mommy and daddy told you to. You're preparing for exams to get degrees for jobs that will make you miserable, just like your parents. Is this really what you want? To perpetuate this cycle of misery? Think about it. Are your dreams actually yours? Or are you just following the same tired script that everyone else follows? Study hard, get good grades, get a stable job, sit at a desk for 40 years, retire, and die. Meanwhile, you're depressed at 22 because you realize your parents left you no legacy except the expectation to struggle just like they did. You want your future kids to go through the same rat race? You want them to be as lost and purposeless as you are right now? Because that's exactly what's gonna happen if you don't wake the fuck up. You won't believe me, but for the past few days, I've been working like a crazy motherfucker. 17 hours of pure, focused work. My head felt like it was gonna explode. Yesterday, I started working at 9 a.m. and didn't stop until 4 a.m. Of course, I took some small breaks in between. Then I woke up at 8 a.m. today and I'm still grinding, working on this video and other projects. You know what's different? I'm not tired. Not mentally anyway. My body might be exhausted, but my mind is sharp as a blade. Why? Because I have a fucking purpose. When you're aligned with your purpose, you become a machine. You can work like a robot regardless of how tired you feel physically. Purpose gives you that drive, that unstoppable momentum. When you know why you're doing something, when it actually matters to you, mental fatigue becomes irrelevant. You'll push through anything because you're not just working, you're building something meaningful. And here's another thing that's gonna help your energy levels, especially if you are a young man watching this video. Stop jacking off. I'm serious. All that semen retention, no-fap stuff actually works. Every time you're jacking off to pixels on a screen, you're draining your life force, your motivation, your drive. Your ancestors didn't waste their seeds scrolling through OF. They built civilizations. So here's what you need to do right fucking now. First, figure out what actually matters to you. Not what your parents want. Not what society expects, but what sets your soul on fire. What would you do if money wasn't an issue? What problems do you actually want to solve? Second, cut out the mental junk food. Stop endless scrolling. Stop consuming content that adds no value to your life. Your brain is not a garbage disposal. Third, align your daily actions with your actual goals. Every single day should move you closer to who you want to become, not further away from it. And finally, stop making excuses. Mental fatigue is often just resistance to doing what you know you need to do. Your subconscious is protecting you from the discomfort of growth, but growth is exactly what you need. You're not tired because you need more sleep. You're tired because you're living a life that doesn't inspire you. And speaking of mental fatigue, this is probably destroying your study sessions too. You know that feeling when you sit down to study and your brain just shuts off, even though you slept well and feel physically fine? That's mental fatigue crushing your learning potential. Look, I spent years wondering why I could work out for hours but couldn't focus for 20 minutes. Turns out most people are studying in ways that literally exhaust their brains. That's why I wrote the meanest study guide, techniques that work with your brain's energy systems instead of against them, methods that let you study for hours without mental burnout, and the neuroplasticity protocols that actually restore your cognitive energy. It's available on Gumroad, Fourth Wall, and on my Buy Me a Coffee page. Links in the description. If you're still watching and are a regular viewer, I wanted to give you a quick heads up. My upcoming videos will focus on earning money and online business ideas. I'll do my best to get them out as fast as I can. Also, I've received some feedback about my visual effects being a bit distracting, so I kept the editing simple this time. I'd love to hear what you think. Should I stick with this simpler style, go back to the previous one, or maybe blend both? Let me know.